Hello guys, Luetin here, and got a bit of a breakdown for you today. Haven't done a breakdown for a while, but I know people enjoy the breakdowns. We're looking at Conquest Wake Island. Now, Conquest, it's a bit, don't happen too often on this channel, you might be correct. I know it's normally about the rush all day long for me, but Conquest is one that I super enjoy playing. I love Conquest. I just don't really like Conquest on console. It's a game mode that frustrates me. You often end up encountering, you maybe fight against two other people to take control of a certain base. However, there's certain maps where it can work a little bit better. 5 base can be a little bit full on. It often doesn't work out too well on 5 base, mainly because you end up facing sort of, like I say, small amounts of people, 2s, 3s, etc. and that kind of gameplay, it's just not that exciting. It's not that fun for people to play. But anyway, let's see where we go with this, and I'll try and explain about some of the key points that we come across. First off, we're making a head for C. We've got A, B and E, so obviously going to be making a push here for those C and D bases, trying to push them, take them off, take them back from the enemy. C is obviously always really a key one, but oh, we got an Abrams here. I'm not going to fight you with a buggy, sir. No thanks. So we're going to head on back, but hey, what's this? Look, B's starting to go down. They've obviously pushed in or dropped off from somewhere. So we're going to go back on, try and secure that, get that locked back down, because we want to keep control of those bases. And it's easier to defend and secure a base than it is to push up and cap another one, except in certain situations. So let's see how many people. Well, there's just the two of us here. And we're securing it, so we know that there can be, we got 3 guys out my squad. But that damn Abrams is chasing us in, so we're going to have to get some cover here. Run in for cover, break my RPG out, get some hits on this tank. Oh no, not getting hits on that tank. Breaking up that scenery there, trying to take these guys down in the base here. But one of the biggest problems with Conquest that I've said before is that it's knowing when to break and when to move, and people are particularly bad at this. They often sort of don't read the lay of the land very well. They don't look at the lanes, they don't look at what they should be doing, where they should be moving to. When I say what you should be doing, what we're talking about is knowing when to move to a certain position instead of just sitting back all the time. 3 base is particularly key with this. 5 base you often have a little bit more flexibility because you often have a larger scale map in the first place to move around, so it gives you a bit more options. 3 base though is much harder. 3 base is all about timing. It's critical on 3 base when you know how to move, because let's say you're in a 2 base situation on 3, so you have maybe A and B. Well, all of a sudden what happens if they start to cap A? At that point you have to make a really severe choice. If you're capping, if they're capping A, you've got to do 2 things: pull people off at B to go back and get it, or push through onto C so that you can kind of break that thing, because if you don't react to that situation, you're going to be boxed in. But that's 3 base. I'll look at that on another video. I've got some gameplay here and there which I can pick up, how to really great metro round where I can demonstrate that perfectly well. Okay, so where are we on this? Well, we lost, couldn't get back down there onto A, had some real landmine issues happening, and we're back here onto C, which has been secured. B is being defended well. I've got my teammates down there. Now here's the key issue, look. They've got D and they're starting to cap B, so this was my time. I said, okay, we need to break, we need to get down here. I'm going on E, because you can see at this point, look, they've got A, D and E, and they're capping B. If I don't cap E right now, we're going to be in a horrific situation. Why am I choosing to go to E? Probably because it's the one that's, least affected. If they're capping B and they were coming from D, the people that spawn at D are probably going to push up onto C, so E is probably the most logical choice for me to go to, hoping for it to be safe. And hey, look, lucked out, got Tower here with me, spawned on me, and we've managed to secure this base. Immediately puts us back in a stronger position, because now we can go from E and C onto D, which is already being attacked by my guys. That puts us back in a 3 out of 5 base situation, and we've managed to retain control of the game. Whereas if I had maybe pushed back onto B, we would have been still in that kind of pincer movement attack. They'd have had D, E and A, and they'd been able to kind of push us from both sides. But by going this way, we can hopefully lock this down. But look what's happened. While we're over here, they've capped B and they're pushing now onto C and trying to secure that. We've even got people scouting around here trying to come in on the beach, but I think my guys in the tank took him out. We've got the goddamn ice cream sandwich over there. Got to take him down. Don't want the bloody ice cream sandwich anywhere. And we got infantry as well. And Tao doing a bit of a job here, trying to take that guy out. We're just holding the line here, holding on to Echo. We're still losing. Come on, that goddamn ice cream sandwich going down. Yeah, ice cream sandwich down. Now you can see my guys up there defending C. We're just kind of holding the line back here, trying to keep in control of the game. Tao's got multiple guys. He's going down. Repair tool to death, no doubt. Oh, yeah, repair tool. Bad luck, Tao. Okay, so my move right here is probably going to be, you can see guys pulling off onto D there. I got to make a decision now about what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull back to E, go to D. No. I said we're going to go for A. My theory behind this, two things. Oak, you can see over here, Oak is going on to A already, and my guys are on D. So we got E, D, C. Enemy are probably going to be spawning at B and push onto C. They've got no reason to go back to A, and I wanted to go here, get over here and support Oak. A little bit further than I anticipated though, this swim. I was like, I'm going to swim over here, see how long this is going to take us. It irritates me. Oh crap, and we've got Hellies trying to shoot me down. They're not going to shoot me down with their Tic Tacs though, no chance. You could hit me with 1,000 Tic Tacs, I'm not going to die. It annoys me that in 1943 you used to have these nice little boats that you could drive back and forth, and 42 and you could like drive super nice. Oh, you can just go back and forth. It's like taking a day out with the boat. But now we don't have anything like that. So you either have to swim or drive or heli yourself all the way around or whatever. Frustrating as hell. Jet taking a good job there. Look at those. That heli got double jetted down. Okay, so that heli went down with a big bang. Big bang. Attack heli trying to manage with these jets, and it's trying to put the pressure on Tau and Oak here at the same time. Let's see what's happening with the other bases though. Losing, we're still trying to take D. We're having a hard time getting that D base, and C is starting to get capped as well. So this is a good time to go over here cap A, because if C is going down and then they're kind of controlling those middle bases, it's good to have some more people over here so we can make a pushback on Bravo. Got Echo, means that we've kind of flip side, get back onto this base. Only 20 tickets barely ahead though, so this is like a close game right now. We're really trading bases. And here, look at this, finally managed to cap D, pushing up back onto the base. So at the moment we've just been, as I say, kind of basically trading bases, and you think, well, trading bases is not really a good thing to do. It's not, it's much better to defend the bases if you can. The difficulty is when you're on a large open map like this, those bases can be sparse, and that's what really makes it the difficult thing. Because of the distances and the scale involved, you don't have the weight of people often on console to be able to successfully you know, in an ideal situation on a PC game where you might have more players, what you would probably do is leave people in the base to actually defend it. On a console game, you often don't have those amount of players to actually spread around the map. You can't afford to leave 3 or 4 guys because that's actually a third of your force. So it's a much harder fought, much more difficult tactical situation, and in many ways tactical, you know, is more important on console play than it is on the larger game modes, because on the larger game modes it can often be a little bit more of a tug of war. It's still super important though, you can never take away. I'm such a massive fan of tactics. I mean, the amount of close fought 3-base conquest games that I've seen where one team will have a massive ticket count, you know, they've been really thrashing the enemy, they've been getting the kills, they might even have sort of, you know, KDs. What the hell was that? Where did that heli come from? Where was that heli? Was that heli potentially trying to one-hit me? I've had that happen in a game recently. I've seen this kind of new phenomena. It's probably not new at all, but I've suddenly had helicopters dive bombing me. I don't know whether it's a C4 strap job, but a heli come out of nowhere, just smash straight into your tank, and it's a one-hit kill. Right, we're trying to dig these guys out here who are entrenched in the base. Potatoes going down. We're taking a beating here from jets or helicopters or something. I think the jet's trying to thrash us down. Now that's this helicopter right here. Never gonna hit him, never gonna hit him. We still got people in these bases here, right? Come on. I'm trying to push him forward a little bit. I don't want to take any more damage from this guy. There we go, got Ducks Unlimited, he's out, he's down. But yeah, basically, you know, the tactical... A nice T90 shell kill on Harry as well. But yes, you know, spreading your people around is much more difficult on console. You can't afford to do it, which means that your players often have to be much more fluid depending on the kind of map that you're playing. That's why 3 base works a hell of a lot better on console, these smaller maps, because you can often afford to have people actually stay and defend. But on maps like this, these larger maps, consider the fact that you've probably got sort of 3 or 4 people in the air at any one time anyway, 2 in the helicopter, 2 in the jets. Well, immediately that's 1/3. That only leaves you with 8 players on the ground, 8 players to take control of a 5 base. Maybe you've got 2 people in the tank, that's still going to put you down 6 infantry on the ground. So you can see all of a sudden you are spread thin. Really thin, and that's why knowing when to move is key, because of the speed, the timing in which you do. Because there are so few of you, you have to make your plays very critically. It's important to know where to move and what to do, because the time it takes you guys to get there, and the fact that you already have limited resources to capture these bases, means it's absolutely all the more important that when you make a play for a base, you're going to take it. And also, it's important that you choose the right base to go for. Right now, look, we're kind of watching the situation. We're trying to keep control at A and B, so we're staying on this side of the island. We're staying on whatever, maybe the south side of the island, and we're trying to generally sort of watch over this. The rest of the team, we're still keeping an eye on here. They're capping C. We've got control of D, so we're still in a strong situation. Gone from a 20 ticket deficit lead up into about 75, so we've got a good bit of a lead right here. One guy coming in. I'm liking this LMG recently. I've been using the light and heavy machine guns on the tank, and I have to say it gives me a lot of benefit. Again, it gives me benefit because often, we don't often have the players to spread around, so I often find myself solo in the tank for a certain period of time anyway, and having those LMGs really just gives you a little bit more flexibility in the tank to take on infantry and other targets, as well as taking on armoured vehicles. So we're coming up right to the end of this base here, but as I say, this was just a good kind of play. It was a good example of how important tactical play is on Conquest. We've made an effort to defend bases when appropriate, so you notice we were going back and forth between A and B there. We're trying to keep those bases secure. We've fought hard for them. We don't want them to just be lost immediately, so we're not capping bases and then just running to the next one. We're moving back and forth, securing them. You can see me, Tau and Oak here working as a kind of tank crew, but at the same time we were making some rush plays, like when we made that play down there for E, and when me and Oak made a move over there for A. So again, it's about knowing when to move, and all you need to do is literally just look at the board, look at where people are, anticipate when to get them to move. Okay, so that was today's overview breakdown, guys, on Wake Island Conquest here, looking at some console tactical play. And as I say, I've got some more games coming up this kind of thing. I've got some more tactical boards planned. I'm going to be doing a Metro Conquest tactical board. If you have suggestions of tac boards you want me to look at, or if there's a map you want me to specifically break down, drop it in the notes below and I'll have a look. But remember, the most important thing is knowing when to make your play. Look at that board, look at what is in contention, look at the location of the enemy and strength of their force, and use that to assess where to move to. You can make a bigger impact by making a strong tactical play much more than you can racking those kills. I'll see you next time.